Welcome to Sunrise Sisters. I'm Shannon.
And I'm Kate, and we're two runners who became friends quickly. We share advice, we laugh, and we're taking our runs off the road and into the studio.
Are we going? All right, we're going. Hey, I'm getting right into it again. You ready for me?
I have an observation this morning.
I am full of coffee. I want more. So I was thinking about relationships that come from exercise, running, walkings, or gyms.
I love that.
And we've talked about it, I know in the past, we've talked about how we met, but just to bring people back to that is Kate and I would never have known each other if we hadn't shown up for a running group. And we both talk about how random it was for both of us to even be at that running group because I wasn't really a part of the gym yet. I had just started there. They had a running group and I knew the person putting it together. Why were you there? How did you get there? I don't know that I know how you actually get there because you don't do anything with the gym other than perhaps your kids were going to the gym. Was it because your kids were going to the gym?
My kids weren't going to the gym at the time because they were little.
What the heck were you doing there then?
Maybe one of my kids was going there. At any rate, I'd heard about it through someone I used to live with. I don't know. What do you call them?
Got you. A former person in your life who no longer is in your life. Okay.
So
gotcha.
I'm a loner. I love running on my own. That I just always have. That's very energizing for me to be in. I get my energy from having my alone time. I think you do that too. Anyway, yeah. I'm not going to get off topic because I have been known to do that once or twice. Your question was, how did I get involved in the running club? Circling back. Okay. I was going through a very difficult time personally. I felt very lonely and a lot of things. So at any rate, I did something different, which is instead of running by my own and staying in my thoughts, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to step outside and go run in this group. It did feel uncomfortable for me to go in a group. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know who would be there. I get self-conscious about my running. That's another topic, and they matched us up, right? So everyone kind of matched up with their running pace. And so everyone went and you and I were left and we were like, I guess we're going to run together, right? And It was so out of character for me to do that. Never in a million years would I've just shown up to a group and done that.
That makes me so happy because it is wow, what a story of getting out of your comfort zone and then something big or really amazing. I mean, we could have run together once and never run together again, but we hit it off and we found things in common and our whole friendship is built around running. And honestly, the reason I was there was similar that I knew the person, like I said, but I had taken time off because I had plantar fasciitis and I was not running and I kind of had to build from zero back into it and I needed motivation to go. And at the time, there had been some safety concerns of running solo too, which I had been both run solo and run with an early morning partner because I'd always gone at 5:30. And I know we've told everybody the story of, getting to that. But I think the part I wanted to bring up is relationships, connections, people you can meet by getting together at a place and getting out of your comfort zone, including going solo, not comfortable for me at all either. And actually being open to meeting somebody. And our friendship, which I think we've determined is about to hit 9 years, correct?
Yeah, February will be 9 years.
Has become such an important relationship for both of us. I see you the most. I mean, when I think about it, I see you 3 days a week. And see you the most. And it's because we're doing this together. So I just wanted to talk about it because for anybody out there who maybe has the same thing going on or is looking for connection, it's not just going out to exercise. It's actually you can meet people by putting yourself out there and really build unbelievable relationships.
Oh, I just can't even imagine where I would be right now if I didn't have our runs. It's everything. It's the physical of getting up in the morning. That has changed my life. Being outside all year round has changed my life. You have changed my life.
You've changed my life. Okay.
I don't even know where I would be. The difficulty of the last few years with, everything shutting down. I mean, we still ran. We still were outside. And like today, I just looked up what are the benefits of being exposed to the sunrise because
Oh, wow.
we just need that so much. So I just like Googled it. And I mean, it's nothing that I'll pull it up, but it's nothing that surprises me. I mean, but puts life into perspective, reduces depression, restores attention, helps you lose weight, working on that one. Time away from devices. I mean, I was thinking about that too, because I'm not in social media at all. I mean, I have platforms, but for me, my energy can't go there. And I think about like, if we were to wake up and just get on our phone, we don't do that. I mean, it's definitely don't do that 3 days a week. 3 days a week,
Sure.
we're up and we're outside, which is just, I think, such an awesome way to start the day. Reduces stress, promotes healthy circadian rhythm. So getting up at
Yeah.
sunrise helps for more restful sleep. We talk about that. I mean, I just think about what my sleep cycle would be if I was in my other routine. And it's not to say that one's bad or good. I mean, if you're a night person, you're a night person. But for me, it has really physically and mentally and emotionally, I think, been so more supportive than I know because I don't know anything else. And to not have each other and to not have our outdoor time and to not be able to move, I just can't. We've had a very good friendship come out of this, but it doesn't even have to be that. It can just be your person that's out there with you, moving, improves your mind, reduces inflammation. That one was
Yeah.
interesting. And that's just watching the sunrise. So, we've kind of alter our route sometimes so we can see the sunrise. Sometimes that goes
I've
terribly
loved
wrong.
that.
But yeah, I think it's made such a difference.
I agree. I love that list because it isn't one thing, it's all of it together.
Mm,
It's that exposure to you and I, as we've talked about, we love that sunrise or morning time, but it's first thing, it sets the mood. You
mm-hmm.
and I both feel like a morning, if like, and I don't mean morning, good morning. I mean morning, like I'm sad and I need to get over this, like true morning, if we can't get together because
Yeah.
it's so critical to how it sets the stage for the entire day. You're right. We are open to hear one another. We've built a friendship on being open, honest, being empathetic, giving each other advice or just listening. And we're doing it at a time where it's building us up for the day, building us up for the week, building us up to when we're having a tough go of it, or just laughing our butts off because of something funny we say during the run that also sets a stage, right? So it's all that and building relationships. I don't think you or I could have ever said, hey, I'm going to go run at this running group and all these things are going to happen. And it's just been such a delight to build those relationships. And I'm wondering for all these other people if it's done the same or to go tell people you should try
Mm,
this.
right. Yeah. Just that one little step of, doing something that's maybe out of your comfort zone.
Mhm.
You never know. I'm really grateful for it.
I love that. And part of what I also wanted to talk about too is for other people, I'll bring in another part, is walking my dog. I've met people in my neighborhood
Mm,
who I didn't know at all who've come out to greet me. Maybe they've been out in their yard that I've been able to meet myself, like because an easy way to connect is the dog, right?
hmm.
You can go
Yeah.
towards somebody, talk to the dog, and not feel like you're approaching somebody who could accept or reject. But the truth is, most people want to accept you, right? Very rarely does somebody, you can tell, I guess, if they kept walking and said, oh, hi, how you doing? And you go, okay, they're on a mission. But I've met Dan in my neighborhood who's retired and he comes out and he meets Sheila, my dog, and gives her biscuits. And all you have to do if she's dawdling is say, do you want to go see Dan? And she freaks out and goes crazy. She goes and sees Jean, who I've lived across from for 20 years, or not across, but lives down the street. Never spoke to her. She never spoke to me,
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
doing her thing. Now Jean, like Sheila goes and sees Jean. Part of it was because when Sheila escaped from our house when we first got her and ran around the neighborhood. She ran through Jean's yard. So we had to run all over her yard trying to capture Sheila. So we got to know her sideways. But I think the point is you can also on a walk meet people in your neighborhood, even if it's just a wave hello. Even
Hmm.
if it's just how's your morning? Even if it's
Yeah. Just a wave. Oh, the other day, last weekend, I have this guy who bikes around our town, and I used to see him all the time. He has an orange bike, such a nice guy. We always wave to each other. I'd be running, he'd be biking. And I haven't seen him forever. And then I moved, and I'm like, oh, I have a few people that I would always see on my run. There's two guys. We used to pass them a lot when we ran from our other location. We used to pass them in the morning a lot, and we'd wave to them. Do you remember that?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, they're still out and about. One of the guys, he ran by my old house a lot. So
Gotcha.
that was a funny story. So when the house was being built, when the house that I just left recently was being built, when you have construction, there's porta potties there for the workers. So there's a porta potty in the driveway. And I was doing like an early morning run, and I ran past the house as it was being built. And he comes out of the porta potty and it's my house because I lived there for a hot minute. And I'm like, go ahead. Like, yeah, get it. I'm glad it's there for you. Anyway.
Doesn't have an exclusive right to just that property. I mean, it's on
what? It should be.
The bathroom.
You should be allowed to use any porta potty anywhere. I think that should just be a written rule. But anyway, the point is, last weekend, I'm running a little later than normal, and I see my friend on his orange bike, and we like pointed at each other for, I don't know, several seconds. We were both so excited. He was on the other side of the road. We were both so excited to see each other. We just haven't seen each other in a long time. And I'd always do like a quick wave to my usual. So that was fun.
Your point is you're not getting deep in it with what you're speaking about. It's this friendliness, it's connection. I think whether it's the depth of our friendship and where we've gotten to and how we've gotten there and how we've gotten through things and how we've enjoyed each other's company, to waves hello or somewhere in between, feed your dog biscuits, chat about the day. There is a piece of what we do to put ourselves out there, to exercise, to run. If you are looking for connection, there truly is a way to be connected to people, but it's doing that first step of that discomfort of being the one to wave, being the one to be in the group that maybe you don't feel comfortable with, seeing if somebody wants to join you on a run, but it really is a way to stay connected. And I just thought that was such a great topic to say. And now I know how we really met because I don't think I ever knew how you ended up on that group.
Oh,
I'm so grateful for you, Kate.
Yeah, it was something I never, ever would have done. Ever. So not in my character to do that. So
yeah. Well, I still care about you so much, even though if somebody came to murder us, you would throw my body in front of you and run off and allow me to be murdered.
You make a good human shield. What can I say? You're a good human shield.
Sunrise Sisters would like to thank Sterling-Lancaster Community Television, all of our friends on social media, our listeners.
I'd like to thank Brooke Winsman for our fantastic logo. Thanks for listening. I'm Shannon.
And I'm Kate, and thanks for running with us.